Hi everyone, this is Billy Ariel Real Life. I'm coming to you at this late hour of the night from the Resistance Studio. I'm tired and I'm frustrated and I'm a tad bit angry, but something yet again was brought to my attention about our Delta State University student. Well, they found his body hanging from a tree, and they're saying that there's no foul play suspected. This was 21-year-old black young man. People, I'm going to tell you this. They can put it any which way they want to. This 21-year-old boy, young man, because he wasn't a boy, young man, did not take his life. Now, I know that they will put the words together. They will make it look like that he wanted out but he didn't go out this way. What they're doing, and you people out there have to really understand, you have to stop accepting what what the people are giving you. They are they are murdering black people and young black people, older black people, middle-aged black people, and senior citizens. They are murdering them, and then they're telling you that, oh, it was time for them. They decided to take their lives, and so they went ahead and they offed themselves. But this 21-year-old black student did not off himself. How do you know, Billy Ariel? Because I saw it. I saw it. And I told you, I don't care whether you all believe that I have this, I have that, but this is why I hate looking at pictures, photographed, the news, and what have you. But my team members said, Billy, you have to look at this and tell us what you're seeing. And this is what I saw. This 21-year-old Delta State University black male did not off himself. They killed him. They murdered him. They put him up in a noose and they hung him himself. Now I know that a lot of times that black people they want to, be free from this world. They're getting tired of living in this world because so many things are upon them. They can't handle this. They can't handle that, and it just all of it just they're closing in on the people or individual. But it didn't happen this way for this 21-year-old Delta State University black male. It didn't happen. His name was Trey Reed. And once again, he's a 21-year-old student uh, found from a tree in the middle of campus early this morning, Monday morning. Now, you're going to tell me, and what I've seen and what I saw, that this boy, well, I say that he was a boy, but he wasn't because he's 21-year-old adult male. He's going to off himself. No, that's what they want you all to believe. They are getting rid of black people. You know who you have in office. You know that who you have in office despise and hate black people. Did you know, people, that now 47 is going around to every national park and removing all slavery images? So if he can do that, what makes you all think that he is not offing black people to make it look like they themselves did it? And some of you believe this. That's how, oh God, this is how stupidity runs from house to house, heart to heart, mind to mind. You're believing this stuff. Well, what they want you to believe that this 21-year-old Trey Reed offed himself when they saw his body hanging from a tree. You know what they did? They had a cancellation, I should say, of a centennial events for the 100-year-old institution school that he belonged. After well, you're gonna sit around, stand around, walk around, and you won't see a black face anywhere. They're doing it, people. And you all are sitting around, standing around, walking around. Did you hear about that Trey Reed? How he hung himself from the tree? No one is going to do that. This 21-year-old boy did not do this. To take a noose and hang yourself from a tree. No, he did not do this. As much as a problem that he or any one of us may have, even myself, we all have problems and we all are concerned about this and concerned about that. But there's a proper way to leave this matrix than hanging yourself. And he didn't do it. Now, they supposedly found Trey Reed uh, hanging from a tree at the central campus near the DSU pickleball course. And pickleball is like a course of where you go and like you see that unlike tennis. That's what it, and that's where they found him at. If you people, if you don't wake up and look around and see that those that were here a year ago, those that were here 6 months ago, those that were here 3 months ago, and they are Black, and all of a sudden they are missing, or all of a sudden you have heard about them supposedly offing themselves, you're sad and mistaken because they did not off themselves. And I want to say this as well, and I want you to keep in mind of this thing here. When that white boy, Charlie Kirk, when they found out and saw and heard that he was shot in the neck from an assassin, what was the first thing that people said? It was a Black person. It was a Black person. And so, and they were going to use a Black person to put the blame on. But since Black people had an uproar about this and that, no, it's not us. And this, so they decided that they picked someone. They got an assassin, and they had that assassin. And that assassin was under mind control. Now, to make people think that even though those out there, we're going to kill up every white person, Black person, we're going to kill them, we're going to hurt Black people, you better move out the way. Well, this is what they did to Trey Reed. Now, when you really analyze it and look, this is what they did to Trey Reed. This was a Black person that they held by the noose. No Black man and a woman, child, whomever is going to put a noose around their neck and hang themselves. It's no one. And I, Billy R.L., real life, am here to tell you that it's not going to be done, especially on the outside. Okay? This is phony. This is fake. No, his death is real. His death is real. But the phony thing about it is that he did not hang himself. People, if you all don't wake up. And I'm really, really, really aspirated about this because you all are not real. You're taking, you're going from mouth to mouth. Well, did you hear about Trey Reed? Did you hear about him? Did you know that he killed it? Man, that was terrible. Why did he do something like that? All he had to do was talk to one of his brothers or one of the other students out there. Yes, that's all he had to do. But the fact of it is, he didn't. If you all could keep wanting to continue to believe what the media, the police, and all those higher people tell you, you're going to be lost. They are annihilating Black people everywhere. They don't care whether it's a child. They don't care whether it's a teenager. They don't care whether it's a young adult. They don't care whether it's an adult. They don't care whether it's a middle-aged person. They don't care whether it's a senior citizen, whether they are male or female. They are taking them out slowly. You see what happened to Angela Stone? You see what happened to her? This is just the beginning. So let me put it to you like this. Whoever put that noose around his neck, you see, they wouldn't take him out by beating him or breaking his arms and legs. No, because that was too clarified evidence there. So what did they do? Let's put a noose around his neck and save himself. And that's what they did. And when the police came, they found no evidence of broken arms or legs. Of course they didn't. So this 21-year-old boy, he's going to up and off himself just like that. And that's a slow death. You don't die from a noose around your neck, your throat, easy, fast. That's a slow death. And who performs those slow deaths? None other than than white racists. White racists. And that's what they did to this 21-year-old man. 21-year-old man, that's exactly what they did to him. The deputy coroner, Dwayne Proctor, who examined Reed's body, of course, he finds no evidence of broken arms or legs, and he said he saw no broken limbs, but he's hesitant to elaborate further, stating that the case was still under investigation. An investigation for what? Anybody or anyone with common sense know when you find a black person hanging by a noose, you know darn well that their hanging came from a white racist person. Anybody with common sense know that. So he declined to say anything for further investigation of what? Of what? Okay, well, you better wake up. You better wake up. Now, after they got this young 21-year-old black student, the police and officials are saying that they don't believe there's any other threat to students or the community that will exist. And they are saying that normal operations were expected to return soon. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? But then you have someone like Charlie Kirk. You have someone like him, and he gets shot in the neck and killed instantly, and everybody is thinking that a black person did it. And what did the police and all those that were involved, what did they do? Well, they went ballistic. Oh, it had to be a black person, and they were going to pin it on a black person. They went out of the ballpark. They went crazy. But then you find a 21-year-old black male student that was hanging from a noose, and then they're saying, "Well, let everything go back to normal, because he offed themselves." And you all believe it. You all are falling for it. Now, I'm not saying now, listen to what I, Billy R.L., am saying. I'm not saying go out there and have a race war. I'm not saying go out there and knock over this and knock over that. But face the facts of what your black brothers and your black sisters and your mothers and fathers, what they're going to go through. Face the facts. Everything is not self-off. Everything, majority of everything, when things happen to black people, is considered as a murder. That's what it is. Nothing but murder. And the way that and how they have been murdered is from racist people. This 21-year-old black student life was stopped short in the midst of his education. We, the resistance team, all 350 team members, we say to Trey's family, we give you our deepest and sorrowful condolence. But we ask you as a family, the loved ones and friends, to make sure that his death is fully investigated. Make sure that you get the right type of person or people to investigate his death. Because a lot of times when a black person, regardless of sex and especially of their race, when they have been murdered, it's a cover-up thing. So you make sure that you have the right people at the right time to investigate his murder. Because it wasn't no accident. He didn't just off himself, it was murder. And so, you, the Trey family, we give you our deepest and sorrowful condolence. And we know what you're going through, even though it didn't happen to a loved one of ours. But the feeling that we have for our Black brothers and sisters that are being taken out of this world and then labeled as them killing themselves, we know how it feels. We've seen a lot of these things. We've had shoulders where they have cried upon us, the family members. So we know how you feel. But you better investigate. Don't go along with what someone has told you or has stated to you. You find out for yourself. Trey was a life. Trey Reed, your son, your family member had a life. He was a human being. He would want you to investigate thoroughly. You know more about him than anyone else knew. Don't let whoever did this get away with it. So I, Billy R.L., real life, and the entire resistance team, we want you all to know that even though your minds have been swayed and you're thinking this way or you're thinking that way, but know for a surety fact that this 21-year-old Black male did not off himself. Know that. And we know and believe that we know that Delta State University is a beautiful place to be, a beautiful school. We know this. But when they have selected a Black individual to off them, yes, it doesn't matter what university, what college, or where you may be, but the realization is real. It's real. And it's so sad that this 21-year-old young male didn't have a chance to live the remainder of his life the way that he wanted to live it. It's sad. And you know something, and I will say this, and for what I can sense, that they will come up and they will make every excuse and they will tell you, they will bring evidence forward that this 21-year-old male actually did kill himself. And you out there will believe every ounce, every word of what they say. And the reason why they want you to believe this is so that when they come knocking at your door, and they will come knocking at your door at the right time and at the right moment, they can say the same thing about you that they said about this 21-year-old Trey. It's so sad. And I just wanted to come and just express this because when I saw his picture, and I said, oh my God, no, 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 no. Because I knew then that he did not hang himself, he was murdered. So, you all out there, you think what you will and may think, and say what you will and may say, and say that I don't, but I know what I'm talking about. Not only myself, but the entire team. We know what we're talking about. We know when someone takes their own life. And when they take their own life, it will not be by hanging a noose around their necks hanging from a tree. That's the last thing that a Black person would do. But they will sugarcoat it and they will make you honestly believe, like the sort of like putting you under mind control to believe that this is how they died. And you will believe it. Don't really know about his parents now, his family. But it's what they say when they come before that camera. Did they get to them? It makes you wonder about that because you find a lot of Black people who were annihilated by them. And then the family member comes before the mic and, well, he was the type of boy that, he had a hard head and this sort of thing. And you know that they got to them. This is why you all have to have your third eye open. You have to use your power to know what it is, but you don't. So that's all I wanted to say. Now, whether you accept it, reject it, and or leave it alone, but this is me, Billy R.L. and the Resistance Team. We're coming to you all to let you know the facts and the truth and the knowledge, because knowledge equals power. Accept it and or obtain it, and once you obtain it, then use it. Peace, love, peace, and most of all, power. Billy R.L., real life, is signing out.